Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, we're going to take a look at Dogecoin's upside potential. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock East Coast time. That's in the afternoon. Could be the evening where you are, or maybe in the morning, depending on where you are in the world. But do check us out. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you have your notifications on and that it is selected to all. So you know when I'm coming live. Sometimes I come in live too on other days when something is happening. But right now we are just continuing the summer accumulation, up and down, taking out the leveraged longs and the shorts at the same time. That is still happening. But where is Dogecoin headed from here? Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the charts and the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the Dogecoin chart right around 10.5 cents. Yeah, we had a little bit of a run in Dogecoin with that Elon Musk, Donald Trump interview on X. And then later that night, Doge sold off. What is happening? Well, it was Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin comes up and takes out shorts and then drops back down and takes out the longs. Up, down, and a bigger drop we had earlier this morning. Bitcoin down to 58.4. Again, taking out more leverage, starts to go on a run again, and then drops. And that is all what we look at on our liquidation map. I mean, Doge had $2.5 million just in Doge taken out, both the longs and the shorts. And we see that with Bitcoin. Again, almost even between longs and shorts, and ETH as well. 15 long, 13 short. That's what's happening. And look at that. On the larger liquidations, we see green, red, green, red. That's taking out the longs, the shorts, the longs, the shorts. And look at especially some big ETH ones. $1.3 million on that ETH. And then $1.3 million on that ETH. That's the long, that's the short. Maybe it was the same trader. They got taken out both ways. I don't know. But that is what we have right now in liquidation. Again, the exchanges and market makers don't want you to win. And in the summertime, where overall it's pretty low trading volume, that makes that manipulation of the price that much easier to do. Taking out the longs, taking out the shorts, rinse and repeat. Overall fear and greed right now around 31. I mean, yesterday we were extreme fear at 25. Last week we were much more extreme down at 17 with that big Monday drop that we had. So some improvement back to where we were in July a month ago. So starting to see a little bit of improvement here for the overall market. What do we see with Doge? We see on the big picture, cup and handle, possibly with breakout. Could that be? We'll look at a bigger chart showing where Doge is and again what that upside potential is in just a little bit. But we've got the consumer price index report coming out I believe tomorrow. We'll see what that looks like on CPI. Ethereum, well, we are looking at Ethereum right now starting to slow down in the outflows of that grayscale spot ETF, meaning Ethereum's going to turn around. And as we were looking on Bitcoin dominance, we do think that the Bitcoin dominance is showing signs of weakness. Could have reached its cycle top earlier this month and probably will not hit 60%. We were looking at in detail on the live stream, and we're going to continue to follow that. But here's an article basically saying the same thing, and that Ethereum could actually lead the altcoins, paving the way for the altcoin bull run. So we'll be looking at the ETH-BTC trading pair as well as the Bitcoin dominance, because that is where we headed this fall, I think, for a beginning of a run up. As far as Bitcoin, Titan of Crypto is looking at how we've been trading since February, where Bitcoin did hit its all-time high in February, and it has been up and down and up and down. And actually, as that trading is coming across, we're seeing the lows be lower, lower, and lower, again, flushing out those leveraged longs. Eventually, it's just going to take off, take out all those big short positions that are up here, most likely do another dip, again, taking out new leveraged longs before eventually moving higher. Right now, their price objective is $90,000 a Bitcoin by the end of the year. So that's the upside potential for Bitcoin. What is it for Doge? Well, we did see, again, Dogecoin's price slipped overnight. Futures market signaling mounting downward pressure. And again, on the futures, that's the leverage trading. And as particularly on the Doge side, as we see more and more leverage getting liquidated, we're seeing less and less leverage trading, because eventually they're going to wipe everyone out, right? But traders are traders, and they're going to keep putting in new leverage. It's like gambling, right? They can't resist. They can't resist because they know they've hit it big on a 5x or 10x before, and they're going to do it again. But when you get wiped out on that leverage, you end up with zero. So be careful with the leverage trading. Be careful. Dogecoin price jumps 3% after Trump-Musk interview. We saw that. That was last night before the dip. So a continued rally. Do we see that coming forward with Doge? Right now, it tends to look like slowly this could turn around. We are at the bottom of this overall wedge, though, and we're waiting for this wedge to clear out before moving up. Eventually, we're going to break out of this wedge. This was my August price prediction here in white. We're a little below that still. Again, that fear that we had last week of the economy and that big dip. Haven't yet recovered, but close. So we'll watch that going forward there. But again, continued rally going forward. We will be watching that. And what could that look like? Well, Dogecoin price set for fresh gains. Can it surge higher? We are holding a key support right now. We have an 11-cent pivot zone. We're waiting to get back up to that level. But as we're trading again near the 10.4 level, that's the 100 hourly simple moving average. Bullish trend line is forming. Again, support down at 1032. We are waiting to get past the 1065 resistance zone in order to get back up over 11, pivot, and then move higher. What could that look like? How about a 35% upswing? Again, this would be in a short term. This would be short term. And that not only would reflect on Doge, but we would see Pepe, Floki, Bonk, and the other memes also move up as well. As we've been showing, most likely that'll be at a higher percentage than Bitcoin, is what I think is going to be happening. But we still have this larger downward trending resistance line that we have to get through. Again, very similar to what my chart was, although I do see us breaking through first and then coming back and retesting. And they're showing that it's probably going to bounce off that resistance line first, come down before eventually breaking up to the upside. Or are we going to see more negativity break down a little further? But on the end of that, though, we will be looking at this possibility of breaking upward to where this goes. Bear restricted rally to 22 cents. Was that what we had back in March? And is that as high as Doge is going to go, is 22 cents? As we're back in the tens now? That's what we're checking on what's going on. surge of 65%. This breakout could be coming as we start to squeeze in on the wedges, triangles, whatever you have. Could Doge break above 15 cents possibly? They're looking at all these fib levels, and again, I don't really follow the fib level so much. There's a bunch of TA guys out there that strike all their fibs, and they believe in them, but overall, when Doge wants to move, Doge is going to move. According to Into the Block, we've got 73% of Dogecoin holders in profit, so still almost 3/4 in profit, which is good, a lot better than a lot of other coins. We'll see how that move up goes. But that 65% upside move would be to 17 cents. And we have multiple news sources that are pointing to that same amount. Again, this is a shorter run. I'll show you the bigger one in just a minute. But Dogecoin, again, looking at this triangle pattern, waiting for the big breakout. Technical indicators increase optimism. Doge shows a bullish cycle. Again, struggling to break above the overhead trend line, which is the sideways shift that we continue to be on. But the underlying shift in momentum supports the possibility of a bullish breakout. That 17.2 cent line is this 1.618 fib level. That's where these numbers come from, and they look at their TA, but I like to zoom out though and look at the bigger picture. So here we go. Again, 2016 into 2017, we did have a long consolidation period sideways with a final breakdown before breaking out. Little different in 2020. We did have some up and down movement that happened. Part of that up and down movement were the TikTokers, and you can look that up. In July of 2020, there was this big movement, right, that everybody on TikTok was going to buy a little Doge and send Doge to $1 or Doge to the moon and all of that. And of course, Doge didn't even make it to a penny there and went back down. So it was a little up and down, but then there was that final breakdown that happened late summer, early fall, before Doge started to move up. Could we be seeing something similar here? We had the break up to 22 cents, down, and then sideways, and we're in that sideways moment. And then last Monday, we had that big dip. That could have been the final breakdown before eventually moving up. What does this look like? Does it get over $1? Does it get over $2? What is behind that Doge move? Well, Trader Tardigrade says it's just the next bull rally. And where will that go? We will continue to watch the news. I'll keep you updated again on what all is happening around Dogecoin. Please be sure that you're subscribed, got your notifications on. Hey, leave a comment below too, because I'd like to know what you think about the potential upside for Dogecoin. Give the video a like as well, and we'll see you next time.